Okay, a couple disclaimers. This is like my third time trying to do this video because I deleted the first two, and also I have a 4-year-old and a very angry, very old senile pug. Just so you know, Professor Green. I'm trying my best. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this assignment has mostly to do with the research company's assignment that we did within the first couple of weeks of the quarter in this class, and that we're just gonna like kind of choose one of the companies from that list to kind of go off of when talking about strengths and weaknesses, working as a team, stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm just gonna jump right in to the interview. And I'm gonna base this off of Cavasso's PR and Advertising Incorporated, which is based out of San Antonio, Texas, where I would like to live in the next 5 months or so. Okay. First one is tell me about yourself. I am a goal-oriented communications specialist with an emphasis in public relations. I plan to complete my undergraduate degree in this coming spring, so I actually only have 7 weeks left of classes technically, and then in the summer I just have a couple more credits until I have my degree in hand, which I'm super excited about. Really, when it comes down to it, I would love to pursue a job that involves everyday interacting with the public, a lot of interpersonal communication, marketing through social media management, event coordination, organizing, anything that basically has to do with my emphasis, which is recreation, hospitality, and tourism. Those are huge for me. I love travel. I'm very passionate about anything that really involves, culture and arts and just bringing people to places and new experiences. I really love informative writing. I love broadcast. I love journalism. I have a huge passion for photography. I've actually owned and operated my own photography business. It's called Arielu Photography. I started that when I was 15 years old, so it's about 7 years coming, and it's slowly building. So I would love to incorporate, that business into whatever career that I choose, because that is so important to me. Basically, that's it about me. I'm also a 7-time Dean's List recipient at Ellensburg's Central Washington University campus, and I'm really passionate about school. I love learning. I plan on pursuing a master's degree. I have a huge passion for bettering myself and just increasing my level of education. So I'm really excited. So when it comes to describing my strengths and weaknesses, I would say if I had to pick a few, I know of my strengths. And being in college, I think I've had quite a few jobs. I not necessarily hopped around. Everywhere that I've worked, I've stayed for quite a bit amount of time. I really, like I said, I love learning. I love just being somewhere new and just, learning the ropes of different things that I've never tried before. So I've worked in a couple of different places in my college career, which, everybody says that's the only time that you can switch jobs as many times as you do. So I was like, I'm going to take advantage of that and gain as much experience in whatever field as I want. So I did. And I think through that, I have learned to become very versatile, super adaptive, really flexible. And with that, I have a good amount of focus to, dedicate to things. And that being said, I'm super dedicated. I'm very time oriented. I love working. I'm such a workaholic. I really enjoy it. But with that, I've also learned to become a leader. I'm a very natural born leader. I get that from my father. And with being a leader also comes with being very expressive, for me at least. I love to talk. I love to voice my opinion, which I know sometimes isn't the best. I know that I definitely need to work on that. And in some instances, it's incredible because it allows me to speak my mind and for, projects to get done. And I'm so good at delegating, and I'm super good at just taking on whatever I have to get something done. But that being said, it can kind of come across as not necessarily bossy, but just kind of I kind of take the ropes and tend to assign tasks to people and just hammer it out and get it done. That can be either a strength or a weakness depending on how you look at it. I think in most cases it's a strength, but I know that sometimes it can be a weakness. So. Okay, so for time that I had to be a part of a team, right now I'm actually a public relations coordinator and social media specialist at a small coffee shop in Ellensburg, where I also moonlight as a barista, which I absolutely love. But being on the social media and marketing team there, I mean, there's only 3 of us within that team. And we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses, and we know what they are, especially when it comes to designing and getting information out there and sharing things on mediums and channels for the public. And so I think really it's an integral part of marketing is working in teams. And at my job, I definitely do almost every day. Like I said, I'm in photography, and so a lot of the times working in a team, I'm the one taking and editing the pictures, where I then pass it on to the designer, who then kind of makes it pretty and makes it presentable and adds some text and makes it really reader friendly and intriguing to the audience. And as part of our marketing and advertising, it has to go through so many hoops just to be presented to the public. And so I think every day in my job, I do that. I work as part of a team just to get appealing information out there and get people interested in coming and getting coffee. And not only that, but coming back, because, our marketing team or advertising materials are so pleasing and our staff is so friendly. Okay, when talking about a time that I had to work I had to deal with a difficult client or customer. I worked a lot of customer service jobs, and it's not always sunshine, and it's not always easy, and I know that, and a lot of people know that. And when dealing with difficult clients or customers, the first thing is apologize, in my opinion. I mean, whether you're in the right or you're in the wrong, you don't have to say, I'm sorry that my company messed this up or dropped the ball. You just say, I'm sorry that you're unsatisfied. The next thing that I always make it a point to do is, as simple as being in the coffee shop and you mess up a drink order and they say, I wanted a mocha, but you made me a latte or a cappuccino or whatever, you say, I'm really sorry. And you don't try and place blame. You don't say, I heard you wrong, or you didn't tell me that. You just say, I'm really sorry that you're unsatisfied, and follow that up with, what can I do to remedy the situation? And then personalize it and say, here's what I can do. I can remake your drink. I can comp this one for you. I can refund you. The most important steps to take when you're faced with an unsatisfied customer or client is you say, I'm sorry for this. What would you like me to do? Here are the options of what I can do. And, we hope that you return. We hope that you come back and utilize our services and, our goods or services or whatever. And I really don't think that it has to be a tit for tat in this situation. Maybe that's just my background working customer service. I think I know some service staff can get really frustrated with the customer's always right mentality, but really it's so important to keep a reputation that people value and keep, just run your business the way that you've intended to from the start. And I don't think that any negative interaction is worth your reputation or a bad review, or, you want someone to write a review that says, they messed up, but then they made it better, rather than they messed up and I had a horrible experience trying to make it right and it just wasn't even worth my time, So I think it's always better to just admit the fault, even if you're not wrong, and remedy the situation as best you can, and then just move forward. It doesn't have to be a big deal. So one of the main reasons that I've researched so heavily on Cabasso's Public Relations and Advertising Incorporated is not only because I will be relocating to San Antonio come August, but mostly because I know that you guys are a company that focuses on not only rebranding reputations of organizations, but completely rebuilding them. I think that's super important. I think that constructing messages, delivering those strong messages, measuring campaign success, and having strategies for future campaign successes is so huge in this industry. And I love that you guys blend communication with also community involvement and inclusion and knowledge. That is huge for me. As I said in the very beginning of this interview, I really, really value working with the public on a case-by-case and regular basis. That's something that really makes me happy, and the fact that you guys specialize in that is really wholesome for me and really exciting. So it's an awesome culture that you guys have fostered here of just growing and learning every day and teaching every day also, both with the public and within your organization. I think it's wonderful. I think when it comes to the why of why should we hire you, Um, I am a member of Public Relations Student Society of America. I've attended several of their national conferences. I plan on attending their international conference this year in San Diego. I really, really value strong communication skills, strong interpersonal relationships, both within the company and with the public. I have extended experience within public relations, although I'm only looking into entry-level positions. I've been a featured writer for Pulse Magazine in 2019, so this year, which has been absolutely incredible. I love writing. I am so positive. I have such a balanced attitude to work and to life, and I'm, as I said before, willing to adapt and learn in any environment that I'm placed in. I love just expanding my knowledge not just based on things that I know I'm already competent in. I love learning new things and building new skills from the ground up. And I think that your company is very great when it comes to innovation and consistency within that innovation. So I'm super interested. I think that I would be such an incredible fit for your team just because, as I said, I am a natural born leader and I do have a lot to say, and I think I could add a lot to the company culture, which is, incredible from what I've heard and what I've read. And I'm really excited just to see where this company could take me and where I could help this company also reach and achieve. Working under pressure. I like to think that I am great under pressure. Under pressure. There we go. I am, as I said, I'm focused, I'm goal-oriented, I'm a leader. Whenever things start to get stressful or heavy on my shoulders, I'm the first one that's like, here's what we need to get done right now, and here's what we need to get done later, it can wait. So a big thing for me is like making lists, setting goals, setting tasks that we need to accomplish, delegating those tasks to you or you or you. I'm really big on just whatever it takes, like we are getting it done. And I think whenever people look for a leader or someone to delegate them tasks or assist them with whatever they need or tell them what to do, I'm one of those first people that the people around me come to, just because I'm so self-assured and I'm so assured in my work. That being said, I think I work really well under pressure. It just comes very naturally to me. My father is a 37-year veteran with Seattle Police Department as a captain of the North Precinct, which is the largest precinct in Seattle. And I think that he has taught me an incredible amount of what it means to work under pressure and work in such high stress situations. And so I think that has added a lot of value to my work ethic. As for where I see myself in 5 years, I'll be 26, 27 years old, which is crazy to me. I honestly can't believe I'm almost 22. That is insane, but time is really flying by, which means I know that the next 5 years I'm just gonna, I'm not even ready. In 5 years, I think I see myself, I would like to start, setting goals for myself for later in life, retirement fund and a good savings account. I would like to be a homeowner and start building some equity. And of course, a huge thing for me is family. I would love to have met someone or be married by then, which is kind of a long shot because I love to work and I love where my life is at. But I really do value the family aspect. So I kind of hope that maybe I will have started a family of my own, but only time will tell, and that's fine. But in 5 years, I would also like to have my master's degree. That is huge for me. I plan on attending Florida International University in the fall, just online, probably just a few semesters, and I'm wanting to study global strategic communications there and accomplish my master's degree. So that would be amazing in the next 5 years to have that, and then hopefully be considering a PhD in communications or something of the sort. So as I said, in 5 years, I would love to be a homeowner, build some equity, have a good savings account, a good retirement fund started, and hopefully have started a family. So, yeah. Okay, and as for this part goes, it's like questions for the interviewer, which obviously nobody's going to answer if I ask them right now. So I think the only questions I would really have for the interviewer would be, what is a typical day in this role that I have applied to at your company? What does that look like? Can you walk me through from start to finish the typical duties that anyone in this role would see per day? Is there anything else that I haven't shared with you that you'd like to know? Really simple, just cleaning house questions. And that's it. Thank you. Hopefully I didn't totally fail. I know I talk really fast and I talk a lot, like I said, so honest feedback is definitely welcome. Thank you, Jennifer.